never take that away.
You've been following that deal about that botulism and that chili and the dog food and all that stuff. Now listen to this. The FDA said that consumers should not eat certain brands of French-cut green beans because of concerns that they could be tainted with the toxin that causes botulism. The green beans manufactured by Lakeside Foods of Manitowoc, Wisconsin, and packaged in 14.5-ounce cans. The beans may have been processed inadequately. Oh, so there you go again. And it just keeps happening. It just keeps happening. It just keeps happening. What is going on? Botulism now in green beans. What are they going to do, huh? A couple of minutes away from 8 o'clock. Morning dance. Let's do that morning dance. It's Spyro Gyra, 960 WHYL.
960 WHYL, Carlisle.
WHYL.
Remembering the Minneapolis bridge victims as officials change their focus.
We need to move to phase 2, which is starting to remove the debris on a larger scale.
What happened to all those weapons in Iraq?
It's very possible that these weapons make it into the hands of people we don't want them to be in.
And a review of more recent weapons deliveries found missing and incomplete records. Nick?
And at the height of summer, with temperatures reaching 130 degrees, Iraq is facing what officials say is the near collapse of the country's power grid. President Bush wraps up his 2-day Camp David summit with Afghan leader Hamid Karzai. Let's go live to Washington and CBS News correspondent Peter Mayer.
Nick, of course, thousands of American troops remain on duty in Afghanistan, and at the top of the summit agenda, confronting the stepped-up Taliban violence there, Secretary of State Rice tells CBS News it is cause for concern.
There's a lot to talk about in terms of the training of Afghan security forces in order to assist in the war on terror and against the Taliban.
Another issue, a Taliban financial pipeline from poppy used to make heroin. Presidents Bush and Karzai hold a news conference later this morning. Live at the White House, Peter Mayer, CBS News.
Can teachers literally lend a hand to learning? Live to CBS's Vicki Barker. Vicki, what's the latest research show?
Well, Nick, new research suggests that teachers who use hand gestures are dramatically more effective at getting their point across. And students who are allowed to gesture as they learn are much more likely to remember the material for longer. The Washington Post says scientists are excited about this whole new field, combining neuroscience and biology, studying how our brains and our bodies work together to help us all learn. Nick?
Time on the roundup is 4 minutes past the hour.
At Hollinger Funeral Home and Crematory in Mount Holly Springs, we recognize that today's trend is towards sensible funeral planning, many times well before the need arises. The advantages make sense. Planning a funeral today means the family can be involved in making difficult decisions that lie ahead and must be made. At Hollinger Funeral Home and Crematory, we can help with your pre-planning needs. If you choose cremation, please remember, Hollinger Funeral Home and Crematory is the first on-site crematory in Cumberland County. At Hollinger Funeral Home and Crematory, your loved one remains in our care. We make everything easy for you. If you desire, we now have an antique horse-drawn hearse. Call us to discuss your pre-planning needs. We're Hollinger Funeral Home and Crematory, serving Cumberland, Perry, and Adams counties with compassion at 501 North Baltimore Avenue, Mount Holly Springs.
Good morning, this is Ryan Oberholzer with AM 960 WHYL News and Information. Police in Hamden Township, Cumberland County are investigating a possible abduction attempt. Authorities say that a 15-year-old girl and a 17-year-old girl were walking in the parking lot of a Denny's restaurant in the 5500 block of Carlisle Pike when they were approached by an older, skinny white man in a blue Plymouth minivan. Police say the man asked the girls to come closer to look at his dog. The girls walked away and told their father what had happened. Police said the man sped off when confronted by the girl's father. Anyone with information on the incident is asked to contact police. A Union County man faces homicide charges in the death of 29-year-old Dax Curtis. Curtis was shot at his home in Harrisburg. Police say Michael Leiter went to Curtis's home to buy marijuana. They say he shot Curtis and then fled with the drugs. Curtis was the son of a retired Harrisburg police detective. And Smooth Operator Part 3, the aggressive driving initiative in Pennsylvania, is underway. State police will be targeting aggressive drivers until August 11th. The last initiative brought in 19,000 citations and arrests. Another aggressive driving target period is being planned for September. WHYL Sports is next.
Avoid accidents when shaving your legs. Take a new route to smooth, soft skin. New Pure Silk Shave Cream for women in special slim cans with rust-proof bottoms. For legs like Pure Silk, buy Pure Silk Shave Cream at all area WHYL markets.
Kurt Busch led 175 of 200 laps en route to capturing the checkered flag for Sunday's Pennsylvania 500 at the Pocono Raceway. Busch crossed the finish line 4.132 seconds ahead of Dale Earnhardt Jr. The victory was Busch's first of the season and the 16th of his Nextel Cup career. This is Ryan Oberholzer with 960 WHYL News and Information.
This news is brought to you by Hollinger Funeral Home and Crematory. Quality service from a name on which you can depend. Serving Cumberland, Adams, and Perry counties from 501 North Baltimore Avenue in Mount Holly Springs. WHYL News Time, 8:06. And now a check on traffic in Dauphin County. Crews are on the scene of an injury accident involving entrapment in Halifax Township. That's on Winding Hill Road at Lehman Road. It remains a slow go on 83 northbound as you approach the York Split in 581. Normal volumes on the Capitol Beltway and 2nd Street ramps. 81 is looking good. No problems on the Turnpike. And Route 11 in Carlisle through the Miracle Mile to Camp Hill is a smooth ride. That's a look at your Monday morning commute.
Central Pennsylvania weather.
Gradually becoming partly sunny today with showers and thunderstorms expected, high 89. Partly cloudy tonight with a low of 68. And mostly sunny for tomorrow with a high of 97. Currently 75 in Carlisle. We're 960 WHYL News and Information. I'm Sandy Loy. And don't forget to tune in tonight at 6 for the WHYL Evening Report for local and late breaking news with PJ Mullen. And now it's back to Ben Barber and Breakfast with Ben.
960 WHYL.
You know, they say that 60 is the new 50 and 50 is the new 40. Right now I need somebody to convince me that Monday morning is the new Friday night. Can you do this? Here you go.
Ben Barber. 960 WHYL.
The Vogues and my special angel 960 WHYL. Good morning, it's Breakfast with Ben. Don't forget Wednesday, starting Wednesday, we're going to be giving away free tickets to the Renaissance Fair, which opens
while supplies last. Give coupon by mail. Visit a store at PetSmart.com for details and more in-store specials.
960 WHYL. It's 8:17 in the morning. Breakfast with Ben. The month of August is a celebration of several interesting things. Those who like to walk the greens are celebrating National Golf Month. It's also National Catfish Month. Don't you love that? Romance Awareness Month and Family Fun Month. And today is National Wiggle Your Toes Day. And not all toes are created equal. There's a small percentage of the population who have 2 or 3 more toes partially joined together, web-like toes. Yeah. And today is National Breath Day. It's National Fresh Breath Day, a day to focus on one's overall health and image. We're in the morning breath zone right here. It's 8:18, 960 WHYL. These guys coming to the Carlisle Theater later this month. They are the Lettermen, and here's their Traces Memories medley.
Memories.
960 WHYL. I have to say, I love you, the song. It's the great Jim Croce. It's 8:23 in the morning, and it's Breakfast with Ben. You know, you can count on your truck every day to help you get the job done. So, it only makes sense that you should count on your truck's tires, too. 60 WHYL. Today is National Fresh Breath Day. National Fresh Breath Day. Some stinky facts about bad breath. 65% of Americans have bad breath. Wow. 40 million Americans have chronic bad breath, and over $1 billion, a billion with a B, is spent on over-the-counter breath products such as mouthwash. There are over, right now, right this very minute, 600 different types of bacteria crawling around in your mouth. National Fresh, it's hard to say, National Fresh Breath Day, founded by dental hygienist Carol Meyer. She's the breath lady at AOL.com. Think about that today as you go through your day. 960 WHYL.
960 WHYL.
The Osgood File, sponsored in part by Tourism Ireland. Discover your very own Ireland at discoverireland.com. I'm Charles Osgood on the CBS radio network. Can a dog be trained to sniff out a tiny pest that's been destroying grapevines?
Search!
The story after this. I've done a lot of traveling in my time, and, I want to tell you about a place in Europe that's just waiting to be discovered, where breathtaking natural wonders leave even a seasoned traveler like me speechless. Ancient castles where you can live like a king. Bustling cities where culture, fine dining, and vibrant nightlife meet. The place is Ireland. Don't be surprised. In Ireland, not a day goes by without something new being discovered. Discover your very own Ireland at discoverireland.com or call 1-800-SHAMROCK for your free Ireland vacation planner.
Looking to get more laps from a gallon of gas? Make a pit stop for expert service at your Ford or Lincoln Mercury dealership during Pit Stop Savings Days. Get the Works Fuel Saver Package, a Motorcraft synthetic blend oil change, up to 5 quarts, tire rotation, and much more. Just $36.95 or less. Race in for savings to your participating Ford or Lincoln Mercury dealership. Hurry, Pit Stop Savings Days end soon.
Taxes and diesel vehicles extra. Disposal fee may apply. Offer ends 9907.
California's Napa wine growers want to stop spraying to kill vine mealy bugs, pests that turn grapes into moldy mush. Dogs have been trained to smell bombs and drugs, so Bonnie Burgeon, president of the Assistance Dog Institute, hoped that she could train dogs to find these bugs.
We started out using these little capsules that have the synthetic pheromone of the vine mealy bug in them, and when they smell it, they're going to get fed.
Kent Dana, a University of California at Berkeley entomologist, has been advising Burgeon about designing her experiment scientifically. He sees problems with using a strong, man-made scent for training dogs.
There's so much in the synthetic pheromone, we don't know how the dogs will react to one female, or to, for example, an immature female that's not putting out the pheromone.
He says how you design a study makes all the difference when you want accurate results.
Well, what you want to do is set up a blind study. So put out 4 or 5 mealybugs on a vine, and then have a grape mealybug on a different vine, and then put the dogs out without the trainers there, so that the trainers don't give them any signals. That would be the truest test.
Burgeon has not asked scientists to replicate her study yet.
It's always a good idea if it's double-checked. I mean, that there be another researcher who replicates your study, and in this case that hasn't happened as yet.
Burgeon knows that many questions still remain about the scientific validity of her work.
It's one of those cool science projects. It hasn't even been shown yet in the field to work well.
The Osgood File. Charles Osgood on the CBS Radio Network.
Reason number 22 to switch to Geico. We think renters are cool. Now, we don't know if you were born cool or if it's just all the cool stuff you have in your apartment. The point is, if you want to protect your considerable coolness, ask Geico about renter's insurance. For as little as $12 a month, you can protect all the stuff you hold near and dear, including that combination flat-screen TV espresso machine. Now that is cool.
For a fast, easy rate quote on renter's insurance, visit geico.com or call 1-800-947-AUTO.
The Osgood File, August 6th, 2007.
Good morning, this is Ryan Oberholtzer with AM 960 WHYL News and Information. State police have charged a Carlisle man with unauthorized use of a vehicle after he disappeared with a truck belonging to his employer. Police say 50-year-old Randy Lacha of K&L Trucking in South Middleton Township was to deliver a load to South Carolina but failed to do so. He and the truck have been reported missing. Police said that the vehicle is a 1992 Kenworth T600 with PA registration. Anyone with information is asked to call police at 249-2121. There's a new commander at Letterkenny Army Depot. Colonel Stephen Shapiro took command during a ceremony last week. Shapiro was a student at the U.S. Army War College at Carlisle Barracks and has served recently in Germany and Iraq. He is the 45th commanding officer at Letterkenny. And 2 men are dead after what police call unrelated shooting incidents in York City. 18-year-old Theodore Valcarcel was killed in the 300 block of East King Street around 2:30 Saturday morning. Police have 19-year-old Dante DeShields in custody for that shooting, and another suspect is being sought. Police also say 36-year-old Danielle Woods was pronounced dead several hours later at York Hospital. Police say they have several persons of interest in the second case. WHYL Sports is next.
Accountants, providing our clients highly skilled temporary financial professionals in the Harrisburg area. For the location nearest you, call or visit us at accountants.com.
In Major League Baseball yesterday, the Washington Nationals beat the St. Louis Cardinals 6-3. The Baltimore Orioles clubbed the Tampa Bay Devil Rays 11-3. The Philadelphia Phillies got by the Milwaukee Brewers 8-6. The Pittsburgh Pirates were rained out yesterday. They are off tonight. In Eastern League Baseball, the Portland Sea Dogs beat the Harrisburg Senators 3-2. In NFL news, the first Tomlin-era preseason game opened with a 20-7 victory over the New Orleans Saints last evening. The Steelers managed twice the offensive yardage as the Saints. They put up 413 yards to the Saints' 214. The contest proved to be an impressive debut for head coach Mike Tomlin. He is the former defensive coordinator for the Minnesota Vikings. This is Ryan Oberholzer with 960 WHYL News and Information.
WHYL News Time, 8:29. And now a last look at traffic in Dauphin County. Crews remain on the scene of an injury accident involving entrapment in Halifax Township. That's on Winding Hill Road at Lehman Road. Still stop and go on 83 northbound as you approach the York Split and 581. The Capitol Beltway and 2nd Street ramps are running normally. The Turnpike is free and clear along with 81. No accidents or delays to report on the West Shore. And that's a look at your Monday morning commute.
Central Pennsylvania weather.
Gradually becoming partly sunny today with showers and thunderstorms expected, high 89. Partly cloudy skies for tonight with a low of 68 and mostly sunny and hot tomorrow with a high of 97. Currently 78 in Carlisle. For 960 WHYL News and Information, I'm Sandy Loy. And don't forget to tune in tonight at 6 for the WHYL Evening Report for local and late-breaking news with PJ Mullen. And now it's back to Ben Barber and Breakfast with Ben.
Yeah, 8:32 in the morning, and let's just bring you up to date on a couple of things that are going on. Do you know, and I was surprised when I saw this, TripAdvisor, it's a website, they have just announced the top 10 amusement parks in the United States. Hershey Park, #1.
Get out of here.
Really?
Wow.
They beat Busch Gardens, they beat Six Flags, and they beat Paramount's Kings Island down there in Ohio. And they beat out Coney Island and Paramount's Carowinds and Charlotte, all those places.
Wow. I'm impressed.
#1.
Boy, I bet they're jumping up and down.
It's good local stuff, huh?
Yeah.
Gee whiz. So our Hershey Park, #1 amusement park destination in the U.S. of A.
Wow.
Now, I guess that doesn't include, I guess they say amusement parks as opposed to theme parks, because theme parks would be like Disney World and stuff like that. But these are amusement parks.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, I can hear the ticket prices going up for
Ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. Here's a good, let's raise these prices. Okay, we're #1. Oh, way to go, Hershey.
No, really, that's
a nice honor. Nice honor.
Nice honor.
And speaking of honors, I noticed that I wasn't here. I was on vacation, but Sandy left the newspaper here for me from last week and saw that I was the runner-up in the Best of Carlisle DJ.
Isn't that great?
Yeah.
I was so proud of you.
And they didn't even spell my name right.
I know. I was like, geez.
But anyway, thanks for all the votes. Appreciate it.
I thought that would make you happy.
It did.
I've saved it for you. I should have framed it.
It did. Walk back from vacation and find out that it's nice to be recognized.
Yeah.
By anybody.
Sure.
It's nice to be recognized.
Yeah, even somebody on the street. Hey, there's Ben Barber.
After all these years, somebody finally noticed.
Yeah.
Hey, they're pretty good. Hey, are you still on the radio? I haven't heard you for a while.
Okay.
You used to be good.
Oh, stop. Now stop.
All right. But anyway,
put your turn signal on. Make a turn. Come on.
Thanks for noticing. Appreciate it. Best of Carlisle.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sentinel.
Those are interesting. I like to read all those.
They are. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fun just to argue with yourself. It's like, come on. Get out of here. Or, oh, yeah, I agree with that. It just depends on what you're into.
You're doing a lot of things to yourself today.
What did I do today?
Arguing with yourself.
Well, you just weren't playing along, so I thought I'd answer myself.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were waiting for an answer.
No, but when you read things like that, it's fun just to argue with yourself.
I know. Yeah, like, what are you people, crazy?
Are you nuts?
Yeah.
Where did they come from?
Yeah, but Sunnyside got best crab cakes, I think.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's a lot in there that I agree with.
Oh, yeah,
There's a lot
me
that I
too.
disagree with, too. But once again, it's your personal lifestyle that would lead you to that conclusion.
Sure.
Right, so it's okay.
Oh, how profound.
That is profound, isn't it?
I got to get my licorice pipe out.
Where did he come up with that? Yeah. Did you find out anything about that bridge yet down here? That we're now
No.
afraid to drive under. It's
you know,
freaky, man. I mean, everybody's afraid to, like, drive across bridges. When I was coming home, not to interrupt, but we were coming home from the shore, it seemed like everybody, when they would come to a bridge, they would go like hell.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, let's get across this thing.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Yeah.
people are really, really freaked out.
You know, it's funny because they have the picture of the I-81 bridge on Walnut Bottom Road, as we were talking about earlier, but nothing is said about it in the article. Not unless, now, I had to skim it.
You mean they just put the picture and they didn't say this is a bridge that's...
Yeah, I don't, not that I, no, I
Isn't the
just skimmed
caption, doesn't the
article.
caption say that?
Yeah, the caption says that.
Caption says Walnut Bottom Road.
Now I misplaced that paper, so.
Is it today's Patriot?
No, it was yesterday's Sentinel.
Yesterday's Sentinel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They had a picture
Sorry,
of the
it's
bridge.
It's in a pile of papers. I was looking.
And it's got a little crumbling thing there on the
Yeah,
pier?
and I swear, unless I'm just crazy, but like I said, I kind of quickly skimmed the article, and I found nothing about that particular bridge.
Well, I don't know if it's northbound or southbound either.
I don't know.
Can't tell which side it is.
I think it's southbound, though. I think it is.
You know what really freaks me out? You sit there at that red light.
Oh, I hate that.
Sit there at that red light, and you're like the fourth one in line, and you get under the bridge,
Oh.
and it's above
Well,
your head.
But even if you're not right under the bridge, and if somebody has an accident and comes over that bridge,
Yeah.
oh my goodness, oh, I hate that. I just like, come on.
They're a necessary evil, but boy, we got some big time problems.
Yeah.
I was watching that all last week. It's like, oh my,
I know. It's a shame.
woo,
Yeah, that was something.
big time.
Absolutely.
So anyway, we're up to date.
Yeah.
Thanks for the.
No birthdays today?
No, I couldn't find any.
Oh,
I don't know,
okay.
maybe there's one there, but I get into here and I had a million emails.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, isn't that awful? I mean, I'm glad I found that internet cafe last week, and I just talked to the guy. I said, "Can I use your,
Yeah.
the computer? Because all I want to do is just go in and delete all my spam.
Yeah.
Because if I don't do it today, Wednesday, which was like the middle of last week, when I get in there Monday, it'll take me like 3 days to get rid of this stuff.
yeah.
So I'll start now. So I would go in every day, and he'd say, you want a cup of coffee? Yeah, right. You going to delete some spam? Yep, okay, see ya. 10 minutes later, I'm out the door. So I come in today, and I didn't have as much spam, but I had a bunch of really realistic stuff there that actually, after all the spam was deleted, that I could actually make sense from, and I had to get into that. So that's what I was
I
doing.
don't know why you get so much spam. I get very little.
I think because a guy used to work here, had my computer, and he would go on all these porn sites.
Oh, jeez.
I'm serious.
Okay.
I'm serious.
All right.
And he used to send this stuff to me. He would, and on my other computer, and now I got this computer, and it's just like one of those things. And once you get on one of those lists,
Yeah, I know.
once you get, forget it.
Sure.
You're on, and they sell them to everybody. They just keep selling them and selling them and selling them and selling. I mean, just take for instance, I got these things that come in all the time from people who say, "Here's an interview opportunity for your morning talk show." And so I email them back very nicely, and I say, "We're not a talk station,
Yeah.
and we don't do interviews. We're a music station.
Right.
So please don't send me this stuff anymore." And then the next day, I get 10 more.
Sure.
And I get 10 more, and I stopped emailing them back, and I just hit the spam button. But they still keep coming. So if you're on somebody's list, and the one I actually questioned, I emailed them back, and a person actually answered me. And I said, "Where did you get my name?" And they said, "We bought your name from a list from this company." So I went to the company.
Yeah.
And I said, "Please remove me from your list." And they as much as thumbed their nose at me and told you, we ain't taking your name off our list.
Yeah.
We make money from selling your name, you fool. Right? So, I mean, that's just about the reaction that I got from these people. So I still get them. So I just spam them. There you go.
Okay.
That's it.
You're just important and popular. That's all there is to it.
But it is terrible. Some of the stuff that I get, I'm thinking, why am I on this list? And then I started thinking back about this guy was a salesperson here
Yeah.
long time ago.
Uh-huh.
And was on my computer, and that was it.
Just can't get rid of it.
Can't get rid of
It's
it.
coming back like a bad penny.
Or a bad cold.
Or whatever.
Or unwanted.
Yeah, bad penny. That wasn't right, was it?
Unwanted relatives.
Yeah. Oh, boy. I could really make up some good ones on that one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hear about this guy in Florida. Guy with no arms. Got 5 years in jail for repeated dangerous driving. They called him Stumpy. The cops were... This is true. It's true. The guy in Florida, they got him on Friday. Got 5 years in jail for repeated dangerous driving. How can this happen?
Now, we are not making fun of disabled people.
No, bridges are falling down. People are driving like that.
Well, that's what somebody, I was in a conversation the other day with one of my customers, and he was saying, we drove through a drive-through, and there's a Braille menu at the drive-through.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I understand that maybe, but why would somebody be driving if they're blind?
Yeah.
Through the drive-through. It was actually on the keypad.
Speaking of that.
Now that's a little weird.
That is. Speaking of that, Stevie Wonder's going on tour. Did you? Really?
Okay.
In entertainment news, he is. He's going. No, he
that'd
is.
be great.
For
I'd
the
love
first
to
time,
see Stevie
in many, many years, Stevie Wonder's going on tour. He's doing a 13-city tour.
I would love to see Stevie Wonder.
At least that's what his manager told him. He was going 13-city tour.
He could be on the same city.
Going around the block. I'm sorry.
It's me.
960 WHYL. 8:41 in the morning. Here's Otis Redding.
Sitting in the morning sun, I'll be sitting when the evening comes.
WHYL. Carpenters, and it's going to take some time this time. Yeah. Good stuff. Good morning. And in showbiz news, back in this day in 1980, in General Hospital, Luke and Laura spent a romantic evening locked inside Wyndham's department store. If you were a General Hospital fan, you remember that. It was on this day in 1960, Chubby Checker did the twist on American TV for the first time, appearing on American Bandstand. And in TV news, it's a happy birthday. It would have been a happy birthday today to Lucille Ball. Today is Lucy Day. She was born August 6, 1911. She died in 1989. And in TV news, Fox announced the hit game show, Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? Will air twice a week. And coming soon, a new reality show. Go stand outside the principal's office.
Ben Barber.
960 WHYL. One more night, Phil Collins, 8:55. Breakfast with Ben. Don't forget whatever you got coming up. You got the birthday parties, anniversary parties, retirement parties, weddings, class reunions, all that stuff. Holiday parties coming up. DJ entertainment with the right balance of class and fun for your event. Go to benbarber.com. Our favorite Carlisle's Best of DJ runner-up. benbarber.com. Check it out. Here's Fifth Dimension.
Oh no.
960 WHYL, Carlisle.
WHYL.
CBS News, I'm Frank Sedapani. The pace of work at the Twin Cities bridge collapse site is about to pick up. CBS News correspondent Cammie McCormick brings us up to date.
Mayor R.T. Ryback tells the CBS Early Show the debris removal is getting underway.
It would be tough work, but also sensitive work.
That's because there are victims still in the water.
People are watching that, the children, the families.
But officials hope that debris will help shed some light on what caused the collapse. Cammie McCormick, CBS News, Minneapolis.
That collapse killed 5 people. 8 others are believed to be trapped still in submerged debris. National Transportation Safety Board Chairman Mark Rosenker says any number of factors could have played a part in the accident, including last week's hot weather.
When it's cold and when it's hot, you get cycles. They stretch, they condense. This puts stress on the bridge at various times.
Investigators are also looking at the weight from tons of crushed rock that were on the bridge for repaving work.
Ben Barber. 960 WHYL.
Tell me more, there's not a man today.
960 WHYL. Good morning. It's Mary Wells, one of the first Motown hits called My Guy. 960. Little bit of rain overnight, and here's some laughter in the rain. Neil Sedaka.
960 WHYL. Let it be me.
Over the weekend, watching all of those specials on public TV, fundraising, and they had that great doo-wop special, Rain Again, and a wonderful duet from Jerry Butler and the late Betty Everett. Enjoyed that on Saturday night. That was Let It Be Me. Shortly thereafter, Betty Everett passed away. Fortunately, the Iceman Jerry Butler is still with us, but her memory lives on in that great song. At 960 WHYL, more of your kind of music on the way.
What would it take to really grow your music collection this summer?
I had $1 million.
$1 million? Nah, just buy Hallmark cards with sound, like this one that plays Bare Naked Ladies. Every time you buy a card with sound, you'll get a free song download on iTunes. Hundreds of cards to pick from, millions of songs to download. This summer, use music, get music. At Hallmark Gold Crown stores. Offer valid July 23rd through September 9th while supplies last at participating retailers. Not valid with any other offer or on past purchases. Song download card expires October 1st, 2007.
The car care experts agree if you keep good, clean oil in your vehicle, it's going to survive just fine. Make sure you change your oil every 3,000 miles. And the place to accomplish that task is Lube & Go in Carlisle. They'll perform their 22-point check to ensure that everything is in perfect working condition. Lubricate the chassis, change the oil filter, and replenish your crankcase with a fresh supply of Castrol GTX oil or Castrol Syntec. All this for just $28.95, and there's never an appointment needed. Lube & Go also specializes in front-end alignment with their state-of-the-art John Bean visual liner. It's a quantum leap in wheel alignment technology. Stop at Lube & Go for all major and minor auto repair, featuring Napa Auto Parts, air conditioning service, wheel alignment, and your Castrol GTX oil change and 22-point check. If you're driving tomorrow, stop at Lube & Go today. See Ken Yarlett and his professional crew of auto technicians. They're at 23 Parker Street, across from Dickinson College Klein Life Center. Making life easier, Lube & Go is the area's newest Napa Auto Care Center.
Gavin DeGraw returns with the much-anticipated follow-up to his platinum debut album. Listen for new music this fall. Want to win a private concert with Gavin DeGraw at your school? Present an Office Depot 5% Back to School's program ID number at checkout, and your child's school will earn credits for free supplies and will be entered for a chance to win this exclusive concert with Gavin DeGraw. No purchase necessary. Enter by 8/31/07. For free entry and rules, visit OfficeDepot.com.
Sundial morning sound is fun to have around. WHYL while in Carlisle.
Time to get ready. Good morning. It's Breakfast with Ben, back from the shore and all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Hope that everything's fine with you. Here's Danny's song, Anne Murray, 960 WHYL.
WHYL.
960 WHYL. It's the soulful strut sound of Young Holt Unlimited. Let's take a look at a special year in history. Gary U.S. Bonds filed a $100,000 lawsuit against Chubby Checker, claiming that Chubby Checker stole quarter to three and turned it into dancing party. Never thought about that one. The lawsuit is later settled out of court. Can you imagine Way back when, that was a big deal to sue somebody for $100,000. The Whiskey A Go-Go nightclub in L.A., the first disco in the U.S. opens. The Beatles released Please Please Me. Popular songs this year, Leslie Gore, It's My Party and I'll Cry If I Want To. The Essex and Easier Said Than Done. And right smack dab in the middle of the folk rock era, this was number one in 1963 from the Rooftop Singers. I told you a little bit earlier, this was the year that 1963, that was our focus year, that the Beatles released Please Please Me. Later on, they did that great Penny Lane song. And here's Bobby Darin and his version of Clementine, 960 WHYL. It's Breakfast with Ben. Hello.
Bye. 960 WHYL.
More of your kind of music on the way. Good morning. It's Breakfast with Ben.
Okay, so why is it so many of us ignore something we paid a lot of money for, we use every day, depend on for many things, and simply would be in a heap of trouble if we didn't have it? Talking about our vehicles. At Clay's Service Center in Mechanicsburg, they see it time and time again. Little problems that turn into big ones simply because you thought that noise might fix itself. After all, your car's still running, right? At Clay's, you can be assured the ASE certified mechanics understand that until something actually breaks or your car leaves you sitting somewhere, you probably won't bother to take it in for a checkup. But with the hot weather on its way, can you imagine being stranded somewhere in 90-degree temperatures? Get to Clay's Service Center and let them save you valuable time and money. Now's a good time to think about your air conditioning unit and cabin filters too. Clay's Service Center, your Napa Auto Care Center at 138 West Main Street in Mechanicsburg, featuring quality Exxon gas with both full and self-serve pumps. And while you're there, ask about their convenient 24-hour Tech 21 Fuel Club.
Reason number 22 to switch to Geico. We think renters are cool. Now, we don't know if you were born cool or if it's just all the cool stuff you have in your apartment. The point is, if you want to protect your considerable coolness, ask Geico about renter's insurance. For as little as $12 a month, you can protect all the stuff you hold near and dear, including that combination flat-screen TV espresso machine. Now that is cool.
For a fast, easy rate quote on renter's insurance, visit geico.com or call 1-800-947-AUTO.
Hey, Mom, Dad, it's Rick. I don't know if you got my email, but it's time for school. Right, you didn't get my email because my computer just melted down. So I'm going to need a new laptop for classes this year. Good thing Walmart has the biggest names in electronics for low prices, like Dell, HP, and Toshiba. I'm thinking an HP Pavilion laptop with a dual-core processor. It's perfect for multiplayer gaming. I mean, perfect for essays.
The biggest names in electronics just in time for school, all at unbeatable prices. At Walmart, we will match the price of any local competitor's print ad for an identical product. See store for details.
3 traps set by a deranged killer. 2 desperate cops who take the bait. 1 thriller that triples the suspense. Triptych, the new novel by New York Times best-selling author Karen Slaughter. Triptych takes you down 3 harrowing paths of murder, then trips you up with one final shocker you will never see coming. See why critics call Karen Slaughter's thrillers crime fiction at its finest. Read Triptych by Karen Slaughter, now a Dell paperback.